This video aims to give you a brief summary about what continuing your study of French or German will look like at Beacon. We will be using the new Pearson edXL GCSE, a brand new course for your year group. This is different to the exam your older brother or sister may have done. We have chosen this board due to the student-centred approach and the work that the exam board has done to make their assessments accessible. Ultimately, we hope that this will mean that you will feel successful in the assessments that you do for French or German. The new GCSE is built around word lists, which are high frequency. This means that you will be learning the most commonly spoken words in French and German, and we will be teaching you how to put them together. Like maths and science, our modern languages exams in French and German are tiered, so we can enter you for the tier that you are likely to perform best at. Foundation tier students are examined on 1,200 words, and higher tier are examined on those plus another 500. We only make final decisions on your tier entries during Year 11 because many of our students make a lot of progress during Year 10. The exam board has already published the vocabulary that will be examined, and we know that you have already been exposed to a large proportion of this vocabulary. Indeed, this year in Year 9, we have altered our courses to take the vocabulary demands into account. GCSE Modern Languages students sit 4 papers. The speaking exam is a non-exam assessment and usually takes place at the beginning of May or end of April. We find that our students perform really well in this part of the test, which is conducted by your class teacher. The other 3 exams of listening, reading and writing occur during the main exam period at the end of May or during June. We build up your skills to cope with the different elements of the exams over the 2-year course. This slide shows some of the examples of topics that will be covered during your French or German lessons in Years 10 and 11. Many of these will look familiar. For example, Year 9 French have already been doing family, friends and relationships, whilst the German groups have been doing lifestyles, physical and mental well-being, as well as social media and gaming, before moving on to sport and free time. We would recommend giving serious consideration to continuing your language studies. We know, for example, that a language helps you to stand apart from others and is very much valued by employers and universities. Additionally, you are already halfway. During years 7 to 9, you have laid your foundations in French or German, and the GCSE course simply builds on the skills that you have already developed. Learning a language certainly opens doors. There are many opportunities later on for those who wish to study or work abroad. The cognitive benefits of learning a language are huge. Learning a language increases brain activity, and language learners are more flexible, great communicators, resilient, and fantastic problem solvers. Students who learn languages learn empathy. They get on better with others and understand other cultures better. A language at GCSE makes it much easier for you to add additional languages to your repertoire later on. It's something to do with the patterns that are left behind in your brain. We use up-to-date and colourful resources in our lessons across the 4 main skills of listening, reading, speaking and writing. Our resources will be up-to-date, relevant and inclusive. So, what will your GCSE languages lessons look like? Well, very much like you have been experiencing during years 7, 8 and 9. We will be teaching you vocabulary and how to put it together, But we'll also teach you language for communication, as well as the grammar and the culture of the countries in which your language is spoken. We will give you gradual and supported progress to develop the skills that you need for your exams. You will get feedback, you will revise regularly, and we will continue the high quality teaching that you have experienced during Key Stage 3. We will do tasks and activities across a variety of skills, many skills in one lesson sometimes, from speaking, listening, reading, writing to transcription and translation. And what kind of learner do you need to be? Well, it goes without saying that the mark learning values, epitomise the kind of learner who is going to be really successful in Modern Languages GCSE. We aim to offer each student that does a modern foreign language at GCSE a trip during either Year 10 or 11. In autumn 2024, we hope to run our Year 10 and 11 trip to Paris. So this is when you, French learners, will be in Year 10. For those who take German GCSE, you will be invited to attend a trip to Berlin in the autumn of 2025. These are fantastic opportunities to really experience the language in action and to appreciate the culture, history and geography of the country whose language you are learning. So that's it. If you require any further information, please speak to your Modern Foreign Languages French or German teacher. If the question is more complex, please contact me, Mrs. Noble, Head of MFL, through the usual systems at the school. Dankeschön, merci, au revoir und auf Wiedersehen.